Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Day with Trae. I'm your guest host, Deaunte Damper. So happy that y'all are here to celebrate on this happy, holy Halloween. My grandma would say, holy Halloween. But before we begin, I need you to like, share, and subscribe to Converge Media. You can learn more about The Day with Trae, Back to Basic, and Clapback Culture, which comes on tonight. Go to whereweconverge.com to learn why Black media matters. And today, I'm so happy to have this guest. Personally, I see her everywhere. We see each other everywhere, but she is public relations for Elevate, and we are here to sit down. Fancy Vargas.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
So what are your plans, before we get into everything, what are your plans for Halloween tonight?
I will just be taking my kids trick-or-treating and hoping for an early bedtime.
Okay. Definitely don't come to West Seattle because I won't be celebrating. We got no candy. But so proud of the work that you have been doing in community.
Thank
It is, you are not behind the scenes. You are like in front line, but also behind the scenes. And I'm in awe of the work that you do.
Thank you.
For community members that don't know, what is Elevate?
So Elevate PR Management is a PR development and creative marketing firm. We work primarily with community organizations and Black-led nonprofits, though we do have private clients, which allows us to work with community clients at a lower rate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how has it been like navigating through, how does one get involved in the areas of seeking PR management?
So I have a lot of clients call me about new projects or new businesses that they're starting and just wanting to spread awareness about their work and highlighting the things that they're doing in order to either increase foot traffic or sales for their business.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you get started in doing that?
So I actually got started through protesting. Through protesting during the BLM movement, I was connected with a lot of local businesses that were really interested in the work that I was doing with social media and wanting to highlight their business because, you know, during the BLM movement, we're also going through COVID and a lot of our businesses were not making it. So connecting with a lot of the local businesses that were helping amplify the work for the activism and helping them amplify their business at the same time.
When throughout that process, though, wasn't that a challenge? I mean, we're talking about 2020.
Yeah.
There are community members that don't know, right?
Yeah.
And so how was that?
Yeah, it's interesting that I was able to start my business during a really hard time for a lot of local businesses. I think that everything happens for a reason. I've always been an activist at heart. And when the BLM movement happened and I saw my children really struggling with it, I wanted to figure out a way to give them a voice and other young children in our community. So just going back to my roots allowed me to put that together. And then that connected me with the local businesses. And I'm really grateful for that path because I really think that a lot of the work that I do is really rooted in activism.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And some of the work that you're doing now, can we talk about some of the work that you've done earlier this year?
Yeah, so, oh my gosh, it's already,
right.
Yeah, it's already October. In January, we had our first show with Bainbridge Island Museum of Art. They are so incredibly powerful in doing the work, equity in the arts. They are really great in amplifying LGBTQIA voices, Black voices, Hispanic voices, providing support both financially and the space that they've done. So that was in January. We also did our annual Black Makers and Creatives event with the Hyatt, which we're working on already for next year. In March, we debuted our Rebel Beauties event, which is our annual Women in the Arts Showcase event. So many things.
Yeah, I mean, those first 3 months are important. I mean, even back to Bainbridge, right?
Yeah.
We don't really see very many folks that look like us.
Yeah.
So was that navigating through that space? How hard was that?
So initially, when I was called by them, I just asked them the hard questions like, you realize that my business name has Black in it, right? Are there any Black people in Bainbridge? And the lady just laughed and she's like, not really, but for some reason, our population or our demographic of residents do a really good job of being open to learning new things and financially supporting people of color and people from diverse communities here. So we actually were very pleasantly surprised by the reception of the people of the island that we got. We had a lot of support. We sold 3 original pieces on opening night. All the programming that we scheduled throughout the exhibit, we had tons of local support. And honestly, like, I would really love to live in Bainbridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. I
Okay.
would love to own a home there one day.
I mean, I love the area. I mean, I used to get on the boat frequently to go see some of my friends.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But okay. But I do want to talk to you about this reopening.
Yeah.
So we want to, and some of the things that you have actually coming up, but we'll talk about that a little bit after this quick break, okay?
Okay.
You're watching The Day with Trae.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Trae Holiday. We're teaming up with Public Health Seattle and King County to remind you that back to school time means making sure your kids are up to date on their vaccinations. Public Health Seattle and King County is offering free back to school vaccine clinics for kids ages 0 to 18 all fall. You heard that right? Free. No matter what your insurance situation is, they got you covered. Getting your kids vaccinated is the best way to protect them from serious diseases like measles, mumps, and whooping cough, and it's required for them to attend school or childcare. So call your health clinic pediatrician or doctor today to make sure your kids have all their required vaccinations. You can also visit kingcounty.gov/find-a-clinic to find a clinic near you. Let's work together to keep our kids healthy and in school. Peace.
Africatown Plaza is our latest affordable housing development project. It's 126 units of affordable housing over community commercial space.
It's the first time in my career, and I've been doing this for 10 years, that I was able to design for people who look like me.
Africatown Plaza is a beacon of hope.
Africatown Plaza is a love letter to the community.
And welcome back to The Day with Trae. I'm your guest host, Deaunte Damper, and I'm here with Fancy Vargas of Elevate PR Management. Now, we were just talking during the break. We talked a little bit about Bainbridge and why I can't live there, but you could. But also of how you've been able to curate amazing events for folks to learn what inclusivity looks like. And you've been out there in Bellevue a lot.
Yes.
And what are some of the things that we have coming up this year with Cultivate?
So CULTIVATE the Collective Art Boutique. This specific boutique is Black centered. We just reopened on October 3rd, and we will be opened alongside the Bellevue Holiday Arts Festival that will be happening at the Bellevue Art Museum.
And what is so important about this event specifically?
So 2 different things. As everyone knows, the Bellevue Art Museum is currently closed. But for me, I'm actually excited about the new things that this closure could bring. The board of directors is now gone, and the museum is being ran by receivership. The woman's name who's the receiver is Shelly, and she's absolutely incredible. She's very much an activist's heart as well. So our shop for her means a lot, and she's really been instrumental in making sure that we make this session of the Art Boutique really successful.
Well, shout out to Shelly. Shelly got to come down here to a
Yes.
day with Trae.
Yeah.
The day with Trae and try to check some things out. So what are some of the things that we can see at this event coming up?
So the Bellevue Holiday Arts Fair will feature 30 different arts and crafts vendors within the Bellevue Art Museum. And then, of course, you'll have the opportunity to come shop at the Art Boutique, which is also located inside the museum. We're working on getting vendors, maybe a coffee cart, chocolate cart, and holiday treats as well, because the shop hours in the Bellevue Arts Fair will be in correlation with the Snowflake Lane.
Okay, Snowflake. I love
Yes.
Snowflake Lane.
Yeah.
That is always like one of my favorite times to drive. Like throughout
Really?
Bellevue.
Okay, I
Not
love
the
that.
traffic, but everything else, right?
Yeah.
And you know, you've been able to organize and curate so much, not just for yourself, but for other community folks. What's some advice that you can give out to organizers and folks that are out here trying to navigate? Because I mean, yes, you got started during the BLM movement, but a lot of folks have kind of scaled back.
Yeah.
With saying, well, all of us, and we don't have to have that discussion of prioritizing it.
Yeah.
What advice can you give to folks?
First and foremost, there should always be a priority in discussing and uplifting and highlighting communities of color. I think that during COVID, we had that unique opportunity where the world actually sat still and listened without a lot of turbulence or like really having to fight for that attention. And it's easy, obviously, with the work that we do to get tired and to get burnt out. And I really look to other fellow community leaders to encourage me to keep going. Because I think that when something is bothering any person in humanity, that it really should be bothering all of us. How can we be successful if any part of humanity is not successful?
Yeah.
I think as well that being able to have the courage and knowing that you have privilege that other people maybe in the community don't have, and making sure that you take that as a responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's real. And you know what, and for yourself though, what's some self-care tools that you give for yourself? Because I need some
Yes.
too.
Well, I have to be honest that I should be doing a lot better at that. I think this year the business kind of just exploded in so many different directions that I have not been prioritizing my self-care. But hiking is definitely something that I love to do, to just be out in nature and in the mountains where your email and your text messages cannot work, where you're purposely disconnecting from the world and focusing on self.
So I need to go hiking. I went on a
Yes.
trip this past couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I had my phone. I did not bring my work phone. And when I was on my way back from this road trip, I
Yeah.
started panicking.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, you deserve to have that time off. So
Yeah.
I probably do need to go hiking.
Maybe we can get a cabin.
You know, that
in
would be
Leavenworth.
nice. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Leavenworth. Oh, that's expensive. Okay, let's do it though. But I love that, and I think that it's really important as folks that organize
Yeah.
the relationships that you build. It's more than just the events, right?
Absolutely.
And what has that meant to you? Because I mean, I see you organize with these folks, and these
Yeah.
people are also a part of your family.
Yes. Even for all the different parts of the businesses, we have CULTIVATE the Collective, where we're working with almost 100 local artists now. Getting to know them has been one of the biggest privileges in my life. I think that in general, like societally, we don't put enough emphasis on creatives and artists, and being able to pour back into them when they bring so much beauty to our community and our life has been amazing. And even our vendor family with Black Love Market, I love getting to know them and getting to know their children and getting to know about their families and catching up with them at the markets that we have. And each and every one of those relationships mean a lot to me.
Yeah, I can tell by like one, how much community boasts about working with you, and also what your folks, once they work with you, what they pour into other people.
Yeah.
Which is great, which
Yeah.
means that you are giving off really good energy to folks, and folks are receiving that and knowing that they can spread it back. I do want to ask you one more question too. It's like, you do a lot, right? And one of my relatives was asking, oh, well, why do you do what you do? So
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, what is your why?
My why is, I guess, I want to make sure that when people are going through hard times or needing help, that I'm able to be there. I think when I was little, I spent a lot of time going through a lot of things alone. And I was the oldest daughter. And if people who have grown up in Hispanic families know that oldest daughters are the strongest men you'll ever meet.
Okay.
We have a lot on our shoulders and taking care of our families. Like that's something that's just instilled in us. And I just think about, how that felt and how overwhelming and lonely that was at times. And I don't ever want anybody to go through that.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I love the work that you do.
Thank
so
you.
before we get out of here, I want you to look in that camera, let community know about your upcoming event and how community can support and tap in with you.
Okay. So starting on November 29th through December 24th, Cultivate the Collective Black Art Boutique will be open Thursdays through Sunday, 4 through 8 p.m. This particular run of the boutique is very important. If we are successful during this run, we will be able to continue owning this boutique in the heart of downtown Bellevue. Given the demographics of Bellevue, why that's important is having a good stronghold of building Black economic mobility while simultaneously stimulating the creative economy in a place like Bellevue is just amazing.
I know that's right. Where can people find you?
You can find us at ElevatePRM_ or also Cultivate_ the Collective, both on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, you fancy, huh? Thank you so much, Fancy, for coming in today. And I appreciate you and wishing you the best of luck. And I don't know who's to say I won't be out there with you.
Yes.
Okay? We're going to take one more break and we will be back with the closing of The Day with Trae.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Trae Holiday. We're teaming up with Public Health Seattle and King County to remind you that back to school time means making sure your kids are up to date on their vaccinations. Public Health Seattle and King County is offering free back to school vaccine clinics for kids ages 0 to 18 all fall. You heard that right? Free. No matter what your insurance situation is, they got you covered. Getting your kids vaccinated is the best way to protect them from serious diseases like measles, mumps, and whooping cough, and it's required for them to attend school or childcare. So call your health clinic pediatrician or doctor today to make sure your kids have all their required vaccinations. You can also visit kingcounty.gov/find-a-clinic to find a clinic near you. Let's work together to keep our kids healthy and in school. Peace.
Africatown Plaza is our latest affordable housing development project. It's 126 units of affordable housing over community commercial space.
It's the first time in my career, and I've been doing this for 10 years, that I was able to design for people who look like me.
Africatown Plaza is a beacon of hope.
Africatown Plaza is a love letter to the community.
I mean, wow, what an episode today. Like Fancy Vargas and the work that she's done with Elevate PR Management is so important to our community compass, because I think what I found in this interview, I started thinking about the other events that she has curated and the community that she's pouring in and how community is pouring back into other people. That energy is what we need to keep community in Seattle and hell, Western Washington thriving. It's that love. It's that love that she puts in. I'm honored to sit with her today, and even outside of this space. And I'm also wishing her the best of luck in her endeavors, but continue to give those community organizers the support that they need. They need that love. Tomorrow is we're gonna kick off November to Remember on a Feel Good Friday. Join me tomorrow on The Day with Trae. Remember to walk with love.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.